If you are able to wash away the spiritual dirt off of your mind and your body, then you will be able to get rid of your panic attacks. Your body and your mind right now is completely infected with bad negative thought patterns and bad negative emotional patterns. Your thoughts, the thoughts are the language of your brain, and feelings are the language of your body. Right now, if you're faced with a lot of tragic circumstances, if you have any sort of mental health problems like panic attacks and anxiety attacks, then I promise you, and it's not even a surprise that you have bad thought patterns and your body has bad emotional patterns. And now, if you just are able to spiritually wash away these negative thought patterns and negative emotional patterns of your body, you will be completely healed of your panic attacks. So, the first thing that you must realize in order to wash away this dirt off of your system is that the universe is actually immaterial. It is mental and it is spiritual. So, if you're able to change your state of mind, your personal reality must change. And what do I mean by personal reality? Everything that you can perceive through your five senses, the events, the circumstances, the situations that happen to you, that happen around you, the your body, everything is a part of this universe. Everything is a part of this, of your physical reality. And if you can just change your state of mind, truly change, then everything will change as well. Even the genes responsible for your bad mental health, genes responsible for causing panic attacks will start to turn off, and genes that are responsible for good mental health will start to turn on. So, the only way to change your personal reality is by changing your state of mind. This is the reason why yogis have been calling this physical world as Maya, as illusion, because they know very well that if they are able to upgrade their state of consciousness through various spiritual practices, then their physical reality must upgrade as well. And changing your state of consciousness is changing your state of mind. And what do I mean by changing your state of mind? Changing your dominant thought pattern and your dominant emotional pattern. Right now, you can just feel anxiety for no reason. So that's your dominant emotional pattern. If you can just sustain the feelings of elevated emotions like gratitude, joy, confidence, empowerment, your state of mind is changed. That's how you will know that your state of mind is changed, and your personal reality must change as a result. It's a law. This is the reason why Neville Goddard, a 20th century spiritual leader, said that imagination creates reality. But your imagination right now, in and of itself, is weak. But if you can make it so strong and you can feel the emotions of that imagination, then that imagination must materialize into existence. There are three steps of healing your panic attacks through imagination. So you don't have to spend countless amount of dollars. You don't have to spend so many hours on therapy sessions. You can just imagine correctly and completely heal your panic attacks as you're about to go to sleep, if you just understand these three principles. So if you are someone who would like to see yourself as someone who is calm, happy, relaxed, joyful, confident person, if you are someone who would like to see your friends and family stop worrying about you, if you want your ex-girlfriend or your ex-boyfriend to just look at you and be jealous about how thriving you are, just regret that they ever messed with you, then please understand that these three steps are the key to changing your life. The first step is actually relaxation. It's so simple, but people don't get it, because in order to truly relax, your body has to produce alpha waves and theta waves. Right now, when you're watching this video, you're focused on me. When you're focused on a particular problem in your life, when you're focused on a particular health problem like heart palpitations, neck flushing, heart face flushing, all the dizziness that accompanies anxiety and panic attacks, then your brain wave produces very high incoherent beta waves. That's not very good state of your mind. But if you are able to completely relax, Your brain will produce alpha waves and theta waves, which are very coherent. And these alpha waves help your brain to produce very beautiful visualization. It's going to be very simple for you to imagine certain things when you're in alpha waves. And when you're in theta waves, all those imagination will go right under your subconscious mind, will just start to affect your autonomic nervous system. So, in order to relax, there are two ways. First is Yoga Nidra meditation, which I use. But I use it because I can completely lay down still, I can sit still, so I use it. But when I was starting out, I could not even sit still for 1 minute. I had to just stand up or just move because I could not sit with my feelings. I could not sit because I thought somebody, something, or just some unknown force would kill me. So if you are that type of person who cannot sit still, then I recommend you to just muster up all the courage in the world and sit your body down for at least 20 minutes and start chanting Om. AUM Om. I have a video on how to chant Om correctly. It's a 21-minute video. You can chant Om along with me. Now, what chanting of Om does is it stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system, puts you at a state of ease and relaxation, and prepares you for a deeper state of meditation. In the spiritual perspective, Om chanting also affects your energy body. When your energy body becomes vibrant, your physical body and your mental body starts to naturally heal itself. So please chant Om in order to relax. Now, after you chant Om for about 20 minutes, what you're going to do is you start to visualize a scenario where you are already the type of person that you want to be. And you're already doing the things that you want to do. So start to visualize that you are a very calm, happy, relaxed, joyful, empowered person. How do you visualize that? You start to visualize everything that you're going to do after your panic attacks and anxiety have completely healed. What are the places that you're going to visit? Are you going to tell your friends and family, hey guys, you don't have to worry about me anymore. I'm completely fine. I've completely canceled all my therapy sessions. I've stopped buying anxiety medications. Are you going to say that? Start to visualize that. Are your friends and family going to compliment you on how you have become so peaceful, relaxed, and your outlook on life has completely changed? Start to visualize that. Anything that you cannot do right now because of panic attacks, is start to visualize that. Maybe you can visualize dating romantic partners. Start to touch their hair, start to smell their perfume, start to hear them compliment on how amazing and peaceful and relaxed you are. Start to drink coffee with them because right now maybe you're avoiding stimulating agents. Provide all the sensory vividness to your imaginary act. The things that you can see, the things that you can hear, the things that you can smell, the things that you can taste, the things that you can touch after your panic attacks have completely healed. Just do that in your imagination. Now, what that does is your brain starts to lose the differentiation between what an imagined act is, which is provided with all sorts of sensory vividness, and an experience that you have in this three-dimensional world. So when you imagine that way, where you are the first person, where you're doing everything, where you're involving all your five senses in that imaginary scenario, your brain starts to create neural networks, and these neural networks start to reflect like whatever you have imagined has already happened to you in real time. Now, don't imagine as if you're watching some movie and you're just some third person, a spectator. No, you have to place yourself in that imaginary scenario. You have to be the first person actor in that imaginary scenario. And now the third step is to mentally rehearse this imaginary scenario over and over and over again, because that brain neural networks start to become hard and set and permanent the more you mentally rehearse this scenario. And when that neural networks start to become hard and set, they are going to send a rush of chemicals down your body. Now, those chemicals are going to create feelings which are equivalent to your imaginary scenario. Of course, your imagination is wonderful. So you're going to feel all these wonderful feelings, all these elevated emotions of gratitude, of joy, of empowerment. And the moment you start to feel gratitude, your healing begins. We have a very foolish idea of this world. We think we what we do is we await our healing in order to feel thankful, in order to feel gratitude. But that's not how we create things in this world. First, we need to create the feelings of gratitude, and then your healing begins. This is the way. This is the way which yogis have taught. This is the way of creating your life from the energetic field that encompasses everything. The energetic field that encompasses everything, the source, has all the possibilities that you can ever dream of. And in order to create your life from that source, you need to create feelings first. The imagination is going to send an electrical signal to the energetic field. This is what I want. You are telling the source, and the feelings that you invoke, the gratitude, the empowerment, the confidence, the joy that you feel, send a magnetic charge, send a magnetic signal to that energetic field, and everything that you have visualized, everything that you have imagined, start to be drawn to you. Now you don't have to do anything. Simply by imagining correctly and feeling the emotions of that desired imagination, everything that you have imagined must materialize into existence. This is the changeless law. You can not deny this. Try to prove me wrong. Just do these 3 simple steps, and if you prove me wrong, I will stop making these kinds of videos. You have to understand that you are the creator of your life. You're not the victim. You're not the victim of your genetics. You're not the victim of your environment. You are the creator. This is the reason why in Bible it's written that you are made in the image of God. This is the reason why kingdom of heaven lies inside of you. Upanishads say Aham Brahmasmi, which means I am the source of creation. So start acting like one. But it's not going to be easy, because right now a lot of people's attention span is like that of a goldfish. We have been bombarded with all sorts of instant gratification, of TikToks, of Instagram reels, of YouTube shorts, and all of these things, all of this alcohol, all of these drugs are taking our attention away from us. It's making our attention very small. And if your attention is very small, if you cannot hold your attention on a particular imaginary scenario for an extended period of time, you cannot feel those emotions, you cannot feel those sustained, you can elevated emotions of joy and gratitude. And if you cannot sustain these elevated emotions, your life is not going to change. You have been really good at sustaining the emotions of anxiety. Right now you can just feel anxiety without anything happening to you. So you need to get really good at sustaining these elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, and empowerment. And the only way to do that is showing up every day in order to do these 3 things: relaxation, imagination, and mentally rehearsing the imaginary scenario until you feel the emotions of that desired imagination. I recommend you to do these 3 simple steps every morning after you wake up, every night before you go to sleep, and whenever you find a free time in your day. And the moment you lengthen your attention span, the moment you can hold your attention on a particular imaginary scenario, your life will change. That moment, that night, when you can hold your attention on a particular imaginary scenario, you will wake up as a completely different human being. In just one night, you will be able to heal yourself, but your attention needs to be fixed first. So please do it for your own sake, or at least try to prove me wrong by showing up every day, by lengthening your attention span, by focusing on the imaginary scenario, by sustaining these elevated emotions. And if your life doesn't change, I will stop making these videos. I promise you. I have made a ton of videos on how to overcome your panic attacks, but if you still feel like you cannot do it alone, then message me on my Gmail, my Viber, my Telegram, or my WhatsApp, which are all in the description box down below. You have to remember that the sky's the limit once you truly know how to imagine correctly and feel the emotions of your desired imagination correctly. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.